Welcome back, children. The next topic is Bayes' theorem. So before that we have to learn partition of sample space. So a set of events E1, E2, etc., En is said to represent a partition of the sample space S if it satisfies the three conditions. The conditions are, the first one, pairwise disjoint, that is EI intersection EJ must be null set, okay, where I not equal to J and I and J numbers from 1 to n. That means E1 intersection E2 null set, E2 intersection E3 null set, like that, pairwise disjoint. Then second condition is their union, E1 union E2 union etc. union En must be equal to the sample space S, that is known as exhaustive. Now the third one, probability of these events must be greater than 0, non-zero probabilities for every I from which numbers 1, 2, 3 up to n. If it satisfies these conditions, we can say that this E1, E2 etc. En represent a partition of the sample space, and this partition is not unique. There are several ways of, for one particular sample space we can find different ways of partition. Okay, for example, that we already discussed this Venn diagram E and F for independent events E and F. This portion is E intersection F and this one is E intersection F complement, E complement intersection F, and this outside the circle, that is E complement intersection F complement. And I already told you that these four are disjoint. Okay, so these we have four sets, four events. All these four are pairwise disjoint and their union, that's equal to the whole sample space, and also this probability must be greater than 0. So this is one partition. Okay, another example, when we throw a die, the sample space is set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can write let E1. E1 means set of even numbers, and E2 odd numbers. Okay, is this form a partition of sample space? Yes. E1 union E2 gives S, E1 intersection E2 is null set, and probability of E1 and probability of E2 are greater than 0. So this is one partition. Another partition we can write E1 is equal to even prime number, then E2. One is neither prime nor composite, or I can write all prime numbers here 2, 3, 5. So E3 I can write composite numbers 4 and 6. Okay, what about this E1 union E2 union E3 forms S. E1 intersection E2 null set, E2 intersection E3 null set, E1 intersection E3 null set, and probability of each event, that is greater than 0. So this is another partition of the same sample space. So understood what do you mean by this partition of sample space? So here sample space is S, a set of events, we can write like this, E1, E2 etc. En is said to represent a partition of the sample space S if they are pairwise disjoint, their union is equal to sample space, and they have non-zero probabilities. Then using this we have one theorem of total probability. So here also this E1, E2, set E1, E2 etc. En that represent a partition of the sample space S. And A be an event, A is another event associated to this sample space S. Then P of A, we have one result, P of A. P of A is equal to P of E1 into P of A given E1 plus P of E2 into P of A given E2 plus etc. etc. n terms are there. P of En into P of A given En. Or we can use the sigma symbol and write sigma I or j from 1 to n P of Ej into P of A given Eg. This is known as theorem of total probability. Then what is the proof of this? A is an event of the sample space S. So A I can write as A same as A intersection S. Then A intersection S I can write as E1 union E2 union etc. En. Since E1 E2 etc. En is a partition of the sample space S. Now like distributive property, A intersection E1 union A intersection E2 union etc. A intersection En. So that is A. Now how to find probability of A? P of A. So P of bracket A intersection E1 union A intersection E2 union etc. union A intersection En. So this is just like A union B, but here we have n events. So P of A union B means P of each one you have to write separated by plus P of A plus P of B plus P of C like that. And the intersection part is there, P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Here intersection is null set since these are disjoint. Okay. Plus etc. P of A intersection En. Then here we use the multiplication theorem on probability. P of A given B or P of E intersection F. We can write as P of E into P of F given E. Isn't it? That result we have to apply here, but in the opposite order. E1 first and A second like that. So P of E1 into P of A given E1. Okay, the same thing I can write as P of F into P of E given F. So using this result. Then plus P of E2 into P of A given E2 plus etc. P of En plus P of En into P of A given En. So this is same as this one, sigma P of Ej into P of A given Ej. So you have to learn that part only. Okay, P of A. We can write P of A like this. What is P of A? P of A means E1, E2, etc. En that represent a partition of the sample space S. AB and AB any other event associated to the same sample space S. Then the total probability P of A can be written as P of E1 into P of A given E1 plus P of E2 into P of A given E2 etc. P of En into P of A given En. So this result you have to learn. Now the next is Bayes theorem. So usually for probabilities, here two bags or two boxes. In the first box suppose 3 red balls and 2 black balls. Here 5 red balls and 4 black balls. Usually the question will be, what is the probability of getting a red ball from the first bag or from the second bag? Or we can find the probability of selecting bag 1 or bag 2 like that. This all we can do. But if the question is the color of the ball, suppose the color of the ball drawn is red color, that is known. Then the question will be, what is the probability that it was taken from bag 1 or bag 2? Usually the question will be in the opposite way, that is, what is the probability of getting black ball or red ball from bag 1 or bag 2? Here, what is the probability that the red color ball taken from bag 1 or bag 2? Okay, so it is just opposite of that. So one mathematician, that is John Bayes, studied about this and he developed one theorem that is known as Bayes theorem. So what is Bayes theorem is, here also we use the partition of the sample space at E1, E2, etc. En, the partition of the sample space S, then P of Ei given A. This is the partition of the sample space S and A, B and any other event associated to S. Then P of Ei given A, that is equal to P of Ei into P of A given Ei by P of A. P of A, or instead of P of A, sigma A given Ej, where J is from 1 to n. So this is Bayes theorem. So I will show how to prove it. So P of Ei, instead of I we can write 1, 2, 3 like that. So Ei given A, it is conditional probability. So we can use that result, it is Ei intersection A by P of A. Then the multiplication theorem on probability, we can write it is same as P of Ei into P of A given Ei by P of A. What is P of A? Total theorem of probability we can write as P of E1 into P of A given E1 plus P of E2 into P of A given E2, etc. etc. P of En into P of A given En. Okay. So if it is E1, and if there are two events in the partition, if there are two events, you have to write P of E1 into P of A given E1. Here P of E1 into P of A given E1 plus P of E2 into P of A given E2. That much only you have to write. Okay. So this is known as Bayes theorem. It is very important, this result. Okay. Now we can do one problem. An urn contains 5 red and 5 black balls. A ball is drawn at random. Its color is noted and is returned to the urn. Moreover, 2 additional balls of the color drawn are put in the urn and then a ball is drawn at random. What is the probability that the second ball is red? So once again you have to read. An urn contains, like a box, it contains 5 red and 5 black balls. Okay. The experiment is, a ball is drawn at random. We take a ball from that box. Its color is noted and then returned to this box. Then 2 additional balls of the same color put in the urn and a ball is drawn at random. Okay. So first there is a box, 5 red and 5 black balls. We have to take one ball, its color is noted, then return to the box, and 2 balls, 2 additional balls of the same color you have to put inside this box. Then after that take one ball. And what is the probability that second ball is red? So after this much, the getting ball is which color? Red color. So what is the probability that second ball is red? So first ball can be red or black. There are 2 possibilities. Okay, second ball is red. That's the question. Probability of getting the second ball is red. So we have to define the events. Okay, this is a question that we can write as A. So A means the second ball is red. Here what is the partition? Partition of the sample space means second ball is red. The first ball can be red or black. So there is a division that we can take as partition. So here E1 and E2. E1 means the first ball. The first ball taken, that is red or black, is red. Okay. Here I am writing it is black. So in the first case there are two possibilities. Then the question is, what is the probability of getting second ball? So what is P of E1? Can you say what is P of E1? E1 means from this box we are taking one red ball. How many red balls here? 5 red, total 10. So it is 5 out of 10, or it is 1 by 2. What is P of E2? Taking black ball. 5 blacks are there out of 10. So it is again 1 by 2. Now what we have to find? We have to find probability of the second ball is red, that is P of A. What is P of A? According to the total theorem on probability, it is P of E1 into P of A given E1. Here we have only two events in the partition. So P of E2 into P of A given E2. Okay. And P of E1 and P of E2 that we got, but we have to find A given E1 and A given E2. So what is the meaning of A given E1? A given E1, it is conditional probability. So E1 happened. Okay. After that only A. So E1 means we took one red ball from the box. Then after that what we have to do? Two additional balls. That red ball returned to the box, then two additional red color balls again you have to put inside the box. Now we are taking one red ball, that is this A. Okay. So after taking red ball, we have to return to the box, then two additional balls of the same color put inside the box. So now how many red balls are in the box? There are 7 red balls. From 7 red balls we have to take one red ball, and 7 red ball and total also change, total 5 plus 7, that is 12 balls. So what is the probability of getting red ball? That is 7 out of 12. Now P of A given E2. So E2 happened, then only A. E2 means we took one black color ball from the box, its color noted, then return to the box, then two additional black balls put inside the box. Now black balls 7 black, total 12 are there, but how many red? Red won't change, red 5 color only. Here A given E2 means A is red color, so it is 5 out of 12. Okay. Now substitute in P of A. Therefore P of A is equal to P of E1 into A given E1, that is plus P of E2 into, that is 7 by 24 plus 5 by 24. 12 out of 24, that's equal to 1 by 2. So that's the answer.